Trump calls out Mamdani's very angry acceptance speech, warns communism never worked anywhere. Here's the president.
I'm so torn because I would like to see the new mayor do well because I love New York. I really love New York. When I left New York for Washington, New York was doing really well, but there were some bad signs. The bad sign was a guy named de Blasio. So the signs of de Blasio, that was the beginning, and it was bad. This one, we're going to look. For 1,000 years, communism has not worked. Communism or the concept of communism has not worked. I tend to doubt it's going to work this time.
Did you see his victory speech?
It's literally never worked. Yeah, I thought it was a very angry speech. Yep. Certainly angry toward me, and I think he should be very nice to me. You know, I'm the one that sort of has to approve a lot of things coming to him, so he's off to a bad start.
Tom, thoughts?
So I think he's speaking for a ton of people. You know what was crazy? On the Democrat side, you didn't see like this unified cheering section.
No, you did not.
You did not at all. And Trump is leading what a lot of people are saying. I mean, in the story rundown that you just did, 5 minutes ago, Pat, 4 minutes ago, there's all of these things where people are talking about, I'm upset, I'm leaving, I'm moving out, people in Miami. And so I think he was measured, and I think he made a point to people. Communism doesn't work, gang. You may be upset, but how you voted has consequences. It doesn't work. And he's reminding them what they voted for. And I think, if anything, the president was measured and showing some leadership here, not going off the way we know Trump can go off.
Yeah, I thought so as well. By the way, you know what I liked? It's a very weird combination of the next video I'm going to be showing you guys. Next video is a video of Scaramucci, who is not a fan of the president.
No, not at all.
But watch what he said about Mamdani, and he teaches a little bit of history here about what happened to New York with a mayor in the 60s and how long it took for New York City to recover from it. Go ahead.
Is by 2% on people earning over $1 million. That's what he says he's going to do. In exchange for free buses and free healthcare and free childcare.
And I understand that. But the last time they did that, the city and the state lost 600,000 top people. They moved into places like Texas and Florida, and they're spending 185 days in those areas and less time in New York. And so that hurts the whole economic ecosystem. So he could do that, but he's got to get Governor Hochul's approval. He's got to get the Assembly and the state Senate to do that in Albany. But there's another big problem. If you examine his campaign, it's very similar to John Lindsay's campaign in the late 1960s. People don't remember John Lindsay, but what he did was he borrowed a tremendous amount of money to put through a lot of free services. The tax revenues went down, the base went down, and by 1975, his successor mayor, Abraham Beame, was stuck in a financial crisis, and they had to effectively declare bankruptcy for the city and then restructure the city. It took 15 years. It wasn't until 1990 that the city actually started healing itself. So we'll see. People from Wall Street that have met with the new mayor, the mayor-elect, are saying that he's arrogant. So we'll see.
He wants to raise taxes.
What do you think about what Scaramucci said there?
I think Scaramucci's right, and I'll give you personal reflection on it. In 1976, I was in middle school. And we had a field trip. We were going from Connecticut, took a bus into New York to go to two museums, Museum of Natural History, it's been there, and just museum stuff. And my mom was worried about it because New York was on one side of New York were these things like museums, but the other side of New York, it was like a cesspool. There was this thing called 42nd Street. And if you look up 42nd Street in the 70s, it was a cesspool. It was worse than Main Street Amsterdam, with prostitution and peep shows and pornography, advertised right on the street.
Peep shows?
It was really bad.
Wow.
Really, really bad. And this is 75, and that's exactly when Mayor Beame came in. And I remember as a freshman in high school sitting in Connecticut, and we had a economics and sociology course, and they were talking about the plight of New York City, that this incredible city, and it's all this thing that was in such trouble. And they were in trouble. They were looking for federal support. They were looking for help. And I'll tell you, he's right. Scaramucci there can sometimes be very blustery, but he is correctly talking about what happened in the 60s. And all of a sudden, 1975, Mayor Beame inherited this mess. He was followed by Mayor Koch. And finally, he's right. It took until the 90s to get the city on its feet. Wow. And then remember, Rudy Giuliani took it up a level and went after the mob, went after the waterfront, and went after things and took it up a level. So look how long it took. It wasn't just 1990.
I don't know if everybody is thinking how long it's going to take to recover, but some people are just excited about it. Adam, your thoughts on this here?
So, as someone that is the biggest advocate for Miami, I kind of feel grateful because, you know, they say finders, keepers, losers, weepers, or, you know, one man's loss is another man's gain. I truly believe we're about to see the decline of New York City. And it pains me to say that because even though that I'm born and raised in Miami and I love Miami, this is where I want to be, New York City is my favorite city in the world. I've been to London, I've been to Paris, I've been to Rome, I've been everywhere. New York City has something so unique about it. And to see a self-proclaimed democratic socialist / communist / Islamist / pro-Palestine terrorist sympathizer be the mayor of the home of capitalism, the home of Wall Street, the home of the New York Yankees, and we know an owner or two. It's sad, but it also tells you that New York has to look in the mirror and say, how did we get here? And I said this before. I think that when they did the what was it? The organizations they did in the Wall Street thing. What do they call it exactly? Occupy Wall Street. At the moment, that movement did not dissipate. It only grew. And you have these 35 and under crowd who genuinely hate what America stands for. They hate what capitalism stands for. All they know is socialism. And if you look at Gen Z, they empathize way more with socialism. So we're starting to see the cracks in the vase that is New York City. And it doesn't make me happy to see it. But as someone that lives in Miami, I know that realtors are salivating. I know that business people are salivating.
So,
and the future looks bright in Miami.
Here's what President Trump had to say when he said turn up the volume. When Mamdani said, President Trump, I know you're watching this. Turn up the volume. Go ahead, Rob.
At one point he says, turn the volume up.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
How do you respond to that? Does that affect anything you're going to do?
It's a very dangerous statement for him to make, actually. And, you know, you talk about danger. I think it's a very dangerous statement for him to make. He has to be a little bit respectful of Washington, because if he's not, he doesn't have a chance of succeeding. And I want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed. I don't want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed, and we'll see what happens.
Did you see reaching out to him?
I would say he should reach out to us, really. I think he should reach out. Right. I'm here.
PBD, how do you process that? Because to me, that's a very mature diplomatic statement when he could eviscerate him. How do you interpret that?
That's what we were talking about.
It's what I said last night. What I said last night when I said he's at level 100, at having gone through the fire, mentally tough. Vinny, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, on the Mamdani situation, how he spoke, I want people to understand the sudden switch. Did you see Van Jones when he was on whatever show he was on? And he's like, I can't, this is literally the moment he wins, he gets behind the mic, and you hear the anger, do you hear the bitterness? It's almost like I got you. And it's people like Van Jones that got buyer's remorse because they were talking so proud about him 5 minutes before, Pat, and they were duped. He said, he goes, he used to be calm, warmed, and embracing. Yeah, that's what you get. He exposed his true Marxist attitude. He was angry. Is this it, Rob? Yes. Can we play that, Rob? Pat?
Yeah, of course.
I think he missed an opportunity.
Missed an opportunity.
I think the Mamdani that we saw on the campaign trail, who was a lot more calm, who was a lot warmer, who was a lot more embracing, was not present in that speech. And I think that Mamdani is the one you need to hear from tonight. There are a lot of people trying to figure out, can I get on this train with him or not? Is he going to include me? Is he going to be more of a class warrior even in office? I think he missed a chance tonight to open up and bring more people into the tent. Yeah. I think his tone.
So his tone, and it's like weird. And what happened, Pat? What is it always about?
Whose tent, Vinny?
I'm sorry?
Whose tent is Van Jones talking about?
Which one?
When he says bring more people under the tent.
Which tent?
He's talking about the Democrat Party tent.
Yeah, of course.
Mamdani is not building that tent.
No, and who voted? And I was trying to think, because we saw the numbers, and I saw a chart to Rob. Who voted? Who are the majority of the people that were voting for him were who? The working class? No, it was angry, white, liberal women and the younger people that are getting promised free stuff. And you made a great point, Pat. This is the third time that I'm talking about it. Everybody's talking about the mass exodus. Okay, all the millionaires and billionaires that Bernie Sanders talks about. And you said it last night. Again, who's going to be moving to New York? Okay? Yep. Illegals, because he's going to be soft on crime and he wants to empty up the jails, number one. Number two, all the criminals, all the illegals, everybody wants to come because, why be in jail? He loves illegals because it was a sanctuary city. And then, honestly, the Muslim community, and I want everybody to understand one thing. I criticize Christians, I criticize Jewish people, Israel, and don't think for 2 seconds that I'm not going to criticize Muslims as well. This is October, Pat. This is a father walking through the Bronx, and if you don't think this is going to start happening, you're an idiot. This is a guy in the Bronx, and I'm all for everybody having your religions. They're in the middle of the street doing this type of prayer. Go ahead, Rob, play this. October.
America. But you cannot take us.
Who said?
Me.
What gives you special privilege?
You cannot take us.
Who said that?
You cannot do that.
Tolerant, boom. This is in the Bronx, New York. A father's trying to walk.
Right now in the Bronx.
This is the Bronx. And if you don't think this is going to start happening more and more and more, you are insane. And can I make one? Bob, you can stop it. And then, did you see his intern, Mamdani's intern?
Yeah,
how her attitude is about.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys already played it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to play it. But I'm just telling you, Pat. I feel like this guy is going to be the beginning, and it's going to start happening more and more and more. And I give it 2 years, and people are going to see what New York is becoming.
Van Jones had it backwards. He's correct, but he has it backwards. He said this Mamdani was the Mamdani that we saw, the warm and toned down a little bit during the campaign, is not the Mamdani we saw here. You need to understand, Van, the Mamdani you saw here is Mamdani. That's the Mamdani you didn't see during the campaign.
Exactly. And Rob, can we?
This is the real guy. The box is open, and the real you just paid for it. Now you got to open the box and see what you really bought.
And for everybody that's in New York, and I'm going to pray for you, and I'm sorry, you were like, he's all the free stuff, free buses. We're going to tax the rich. What did he do the very next day? He's asking for your money. Play this, Rob. Oh.
Good morning, New York City. Thank you. Yeah. Last night we made history, and today we begin the work of making a new administration. Welcome to the transition.
Great.
This is the period over the next few months where we build a city hall that delivers on the promises of our campaign. To make New York City affordable and to make government accountable to the people.
Okay, where's the free stuff?
As we prepare to govern, we'll start announcing the leaders who will help implement our agenda. People like deputy mayors who oversee entire areas of government and the commissioners who carry out the critical work of city agencies. These appointments will be driven by excellence, integrity, and hunger to solve old problems with new solutions.
Ready?
Talking to organizers on the front lines of the fight to improve our city, government veterans with proven track records, policy experts from around the country and the world, and working people who know better than anyone what our neighborhoods deserve.
Here it comes.
And this will be a period, like the campaign we ran and the city hall to come, defined by transparency. Because New Yorkers deserve a government they can trust.
Yep.
On January 1st, I will be your mayor.
Yes.
New Year's Day and a new era for this city.
What is he going to say?
Oh, one more thing.
One more thing.
You have to wait.
Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money?
Guess what?
You can start again.
Yeah,
This transition
money.
requires staff, research, and an infrastructure that can
We
meet this
need
moment.
money. Stop.
And
You
it
can stop it,
will be
Rob.
made possible
All
by-
that, think about all the build-up. We're going to do this, but I need your money now.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, look, I'm not surprised. I will tell you, when this is happening, the biggest question is what level of action families will take. We were at a dinner last night. Everybody was speaking about this. They're walking by our table. They're talking to us about what's going on in New York City. Lady's got a 65-unit apartment that her father gave to her in her inheritance that she took over. She sold in January. She says, you know what some of the laws were in New York? Just people didn't have to pay rent. And they're like, nah, I don't have to pay rent. She says, but you make money. Based on the new laws that they have, I don't have to pay rent. I saw a clip, Rob. I don't know if I sent it to you. I don't think I sent it to you. I'm gonna forward it to you. And if you can go to like the 40-second mark when I forward this to you, it's a video of him saying he's highlighting this apartment where the owner is not taking care of the tenants, which makes sense. There are owners that don't take care of the tenants, and the tenants have the choice to leave to go to a different place. You don't have to stay there. But watch what he says, which is the most powerful part, folks. And if you can fast forward, Rob, and go to right about there. Play it from right there. Watch this. Go ahead.
the mayor's office to protect tenants, bringing code enforcement under one roof and making sure that agencies are working together to hold bad landlords accountable. Starting on day one, we will expand the city's special enforcement programs, doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous. And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix it, the city's going to step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill.
Okay, watch next.
If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building. We're putting the worst landlords out of business. And we're going to transform 311.
Go back 5 seconds. Go back 5 seconds. Go back right there. Say it again. Listen, folks. Go ahead.
Like this guy refuses to fix it, the city's going to step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill. If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building. We're putting the worst landlords out of business. And we're going to transform 311 by bringing the latest in cutting-edge technology.
Yeah, Ben Phillips, shout out to him. He sent this clip to me. And he says, we're going to take over the building.
So it's theirs. It's the city's.
So you mean like seize the means of production like communists?
Wait a minute.
So he's saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes.
And people voted for it.
That's right.
And bravo, New York City.
But the point is, you know what that means.
Yes.
You know what that means. Challenge is, he's going to need Albany to get some of the stuff done. That's what this family was saying last night. He's going to need Hochul. What's the likelihood of Hochul agreeing to the 2% increase on the rich?
Very low. She's up for re-election.
She's up for re-election. Does he need her help also to be able to increase the corporate taxes? Same thing. He's got to go through Albany.
Of course.
Tom, yes?
Yes, some of it. And I'm diving into it with Brandon so that we can really know step by step what he can and can't do. Some of the things he can do with the stroke of a pen, similar to a president's executive order.
Some of the stuff
Other things he can't. We're going to put the list so people can see.
We're going to see. And remember that one mayor that Scaramucci was talking about, Lindsay? Pre-1971, this guy apparently used to be a Republican guy. Then he became a Democrat, and he stayed with the party. Can you zoom in a little bit, Rob? Go down a little bit on his political affiliation. Okay, right there. Go up. 1971, during his term as a mayor, Lindsay switched from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party. Same year, he launched a brief, unsuccessful bid for Democratic presidential nomination. In 1980, he made an unsuccessful bid for Democratic nomination for U.S. Senate. So this has been tested out. The only difference with this guy is he wasn't a Muslim himself. He was, what happened, Tom?
Look where he went to school. You're right. Keep going, but look where he went to school.
What's that? What school are you seeing, Tom?
The Buckley School, highly liberal, St. Paul's, and Yale.
By the way, 2026 is right around the corner. If you got big plans for 2026 and you've never written a business plan out, or you've written it, but it's not properly structured, you want some structure for it? That's why I wrote this book, Choose Your Enemies Wisely. If you haven't read it yet, click on a link below, place an order.
So if you want a signed copy of Choose Your Enemies Wisely, it's never a better time to read a book on business planning. Right now is the time. Go to vtmerch.com. Rob, we'll put the link below if you don't mind. We'll Choose Your Enemies Wisely right there, signed, as well as the other copies of the books that we have. And on top of that, Rob, also put the link to Business Planning Workshop. I would do both if I were you. Read the book, then attend the Business Planning Workshop. But we're looking forward to 2026. Last night, we were at this America Business Forum. I was on stage with Brett Baer, and we're watching all the people that are there. The types of business owners, Jeff Bezos, Jamie Dimon goes before me, and then Steve Witkoff is there. Yeah. Then you have Serena Williams literally goes right after me, and then
Rafael Nadal was there. Messi was there.
Trump, Messi.
Trump was there yesterday.
Unbelievable. And by the way, everybody in that place was talking about what's going to be happening in 2026. So a lot of people behind closed doors are ecstatic about 2026. If you want to get some of those strategies, register for Business Planning Workshop. Go to bpw.betdavidconsulting.com. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.